Good morning, friends. I am up really early actually. I woke up at I think about 5 and couldn't get back to sleep. There was a bird that was like doing the same repetitive bird call and I couldn't get it out of my head, so I was just like, screw it, I'll get up. I needed to get up early this morning anyways because I have booked myself a swim as part of my triathlon training program. On Wednesdays I do a swim in the morning and a run in the afternoon. So I have booked my swim between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. That was the only slot I could get in the morning. So I've booked it and I'm going to go do that now. But yeah, since I woke up early, I had my breakfast. I normally wouldn't eat my breakfast before I go swimming, but because I was up so much earlier than 6:30, I figured it would make sense. So I had my baked oats, and these ones are peanut butter and jelly flavor. Oh my goodness, they are the freaking best. It tastes like you're eating a peanut butter and jelly dessert bar for breakfast. And I mean, I guess it is kind of like, if you had a dessert that was that many calories, it probably would be like a bit much, but like it's the perfect breakfast thing, and it's got protein powder in it, and oats and bananas and loads of good stuff. So I really enjoyed that. But now it is 6:20, so I'm just gonna go get my stuff ready and go over to the swimming pool. I can't actually show you me swimming because it's a not public pool. It is a public pool. That'd be a bit weird. I don't want to like get in anybody's way, because I wish I could show you like exactly everything I'm doing for the tri training, but like I just can't bring you to the pool. It's just not a reasonable thing, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, about to leave to do that now. It looks like a lovely day out there this morning. Cleo, come say hi. 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 That was pretty cute. That was perfect. She's always really confused when we get up a bit early because normally her like automatic feeder goes off at 7 in the morning, and we normally like our alarms are normally set for 7, so whenever someone's up early she's like, "You're up, why haven't I been fed yet?" So I think she's a little bit confused as to why I'm up. But oh yeah, you gonna she's staring out the window now looking at birds. She's been loving that, by the way. I'll share some more on that later after my swim, but I'm gonna go do that now. Well done, baby. righty-dighty. So I'm just gearing up for my afternoon run now. I get to run for 20 minutes, which typically gets me just under 3 kilometers. Depends how fast I'm running. But at the minute I'm not running immensely fast. I'm not trying for speed or anything. I'm just trying to go for time. But this afternoon, I swear I'm still recovering from Malvern. Like, my body is just so exhausted. I ended up having like quite a long nap this afternoon after my iced coffee. Also, iced coffee puts me to sleep. All coffee, not all coffee. I don't really like normal coffee. I only like iced coffee because it's mostly milk and sugar. So not particularly healthy for you, but it's fine. But I just get so tired after I've had my iced coffee, and I was just like, I need to sleep. Which, I mean, is fine. If my body's telling me I need to sleep, I need to sleep. And so I ended up taking a nap. Yeah. I think it's because I'm still recovering from such a high intensity, energy filled social few days last week that, like, I know it's not that I'm doing tons physically. Yeah, of course I'm standing all day and I'm walking around and getting lots of steps in, but I'm not doing like crazy exercise, or I didn't do any of my tri training while I was obviously away, and so it's not like I'm doing crazy exercise, but I am just so like physically tired after doing so much socializing. So I just had a nap, and that's fine, and I will take it. But I am just getting ready now to warm up and go for my run. Just cooking us dinner. He's cooking jollof, which is good. So yeah, just gonna warm up now and get going on my little run. Ooh, what am I listening to right now? Where's my phone? Here. I'm currently listening to Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. I've only just started listening to it, so I'm not very far in. But I really liked the book cover. I think it's a really beautiful book cover. So let me pop my headphones in and get warmed up, and we can go for a little... That's a run, if you couldn't tell. This hill is positively killer. I hate it every single time. It makes me so freaking tired. I'll take that. I am pretty pleased with that run. It wasn't anything special. I wasn't going especially fast or anything, but around by me, I kind of have two options of where to do a short run, a run that's like less than 5k, and one of them is like a quite small park where the loop is like 0.75 kilometer. So if I want to do any amount of real time in there, I have to do a bajillion laps, which has been getting kind of boring lately. It was fine for like 15-minute runs, but now that I'm on to 20, I'm just a bit like over it. And then the other option is one where I can do a single loop, but this park has loads of hills in it, and so that has its own problems. I opted for the hill one today just because I needed some variety. I'm tired of doing the same like loop over and over again, but that hill is killer. So I am adequately tired and probably adequately dehydrated. It is a gorgeous day out today, nice and sunny, so it was really nice to be able to run and it be so nice out, since through most of the winter when I was running indoors because it was dark and cold. So nice to be able to go run after like work hours. But yeah, about to go have dinner now. Since we started eating meat, Joe has gotten really into cooking, so today we have chicken jollof with, I think, a jerk chicken mix that Joe made himself, and some tender stem broccoli, and it looks so freaking delicious. Okay, so I know that I was reading Ink Blood Sister Scribe literally earlier today, but I've not been feeling the book for a minute. I think it might pick up. I'm 42% of the way in, but I've not been feeling it very much. And I also have another book on my Kindle ready from the library. I've got A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair, and my friend also wants to read this, so we're gonna do a bit of a buddy read on this and read it together, because it's on both of our lists as something that like we want to read but like we're not sure, but it'll just make it so much more fun to read it together and we can talk about it. So it's kind of like being in a book club without actually being in a book club. So going to read that now, gonna start on it, and I can tell you my first impressions probably tomorrow morning because I am prone to falling asleep while I read. I literally did that last night. Yeah, it's not a problem, but sometimes when I'm reading, I'll just fall asleep and I'll be holding my Kindle and just like, I thought you were reading. I was like, no, I was asleep. So yeah, going to read that right now and head off to bed because it's not late, let's be honest, it's just after 9. But that's bedtime for me. So good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, hi, good afternoon. I've just been basically doing work this morning, mostly admin stuff, but then I filmed a Patreon video, which is one of my favorite Patreon videos that I ever do. It's where I ask my patrons to submit photos to me of their plant collections, and I get to react to them, so I just love seeing everyone's plants. It's so much fun. So I filmed that early this afternoon, but mostly this morning was doing like admin stuff, really the less fun side of work for me. But now I need to go cycle, and I need to be on the bicycle, and I'm gonna do stationary bike because I don't know where I would possibly go on a real bike, but I need to cycle for 75 to 90 minutes. And I've never cycled for that long straight before. And I'm just a little bit afraid that I'm gonna get bored, because last time when I cycled for 60 to 75 minutes, so 75 minutes, I got bored. So I was like listening to my audiobook for 45 minutes, and then the last like half an hour I was just watching YouTube videos. So this time I am going to bring my Kindle with me because I've never read on the stationary bike before, and I feel like I could do it. We'll see. I've not tried it before. I'm gonna bring my Kindle, and if I don't end up reading it, that's fine. But I started reading A Touch of Darkness last night. I told you I was gonna read it, and so far it's a bit cliched and like one-dimensional, which makes me quite sad. So it is a Hades and Persephone retelling of the Greek myth, which I'm not familiar with on its own. I suppose I could Google it, but I may as well just read it in the book instead. I really liked Scarlett Sinclair's Adrian and Isolde duology, so it was King of Battle and Blood and Queen of Myth and Monsters. I thoroughly enjoyed that duology.
I mean, it was a little bit sexy. I mean, it was a lot of it sexy. It was very sexual in there, but it felt like it wasn't just for the sake of it being sexy. It like advanced the storyline. It was quite important to everything, and it wasn't just like gratuitous and over the top for no reason. This one so far hasn't been sexy at all yet, other than Persephone's just like lusting after Hades, but also not, because she's like, I can't possibly like be with him, which, like, okay. But Persephone so far just seems like a very one-dimensional character and like kind of just a bit annoying. We will see. Like, me and my friend Eva, we both had a feeling that this wasn't going to be our favorite book, and that's why we're doing the read together, so we can, like, it just makes it slightly more enjoyable when I can talk to someone about the book. So that's why we're reading it this way, and I don't know if I'm gonna end up liking it or not. I really hope it picks up and gets slightly less, like, it's not childish, because it's like a little bit too adult themed for like YA, but like the writing isn't fantastic so far. So either way, we will see. I have just finished chapter 4 last night, and I'm 15% of the way in, so we will see how far we get, wow, on the bicycle machine today. I think I'm going to do a good chunk of it listening to my audiobook, and then potentially a chunk of it reading. I'll probably, I could always watch something on Netflix or podcast or something. I could listen to music. I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna need something to entertain me, and I feel like maybe it's that I'm visually understimulated when I'm in the gym on the bicycle. Like, I'm not moving anywhere. It's not close enough to a window to see out of it. I don't get any visual stimulation at all. So maybe reading will be the visual stimulation, or I can watch something on my phone. I feel like that might be the good shout to do. So that's what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna go sit on a bicycle for a really, really long time. Oh, yeah, I need to make sure I bring lots of water and my entertainment, because that's what matters. Also, what's annoying about the stationary bikes at my gym is they stop after an hour on your, like, stats and everything. So once it gets to an hour, I need to like start over on my stats, which is, I mean, I've got my Apple Watch, so I can just track it all on here, but I don't know. Anyways, let's go. I can do this. I've been procrastinating it all day because it seems like an unfun thing, but it doesn't need to be fun. It doesn't need to be fun. It's good for me. It's good exercise. I do like it. I'm afraid I'm gonna be bored. So anyways, we will see. I'm gonna go into it with a positive attitude. It'll be fun. It'll be good, and I will let you know how it goes afterwards. Okay, reading on the stationary bicycle, freaking game changer. So because I can set the font to whatever size I want on my Kindle, I could make it nice and big so I could see it from far away. The only annoying thing was that I had to touch the Kindle to turn the page, so I might see if I can get one of those clicky button things, because it felt like I couldn't be in the posture that I wanted to the whole time. So very much so exciting, and it made the time actually go by very quickly, which is great. Very much so enjoyed it. But yeah, feeling really good. That's actually the longest I have ever done a stationary bike, or this I mean, it's the first time I've ever actually done the distance I need to do for the triathlon. So I did oh, let me do the math one sec. So I did 22.5 kilometers, which is more than I need to do for the triathlon, which is just 22 kilometers. So I feel like that's good. I know that I can do it. I mean, I always knew that I could do it, but I'd never actually done it before. So glad to have done it now and feeling good about it. So yes, very proud of myself, and now very tired and need to shove some food in my face because I am hungry. Good morning, friends. This morning I have mostly just been doing some editing, so nothing that intense or really noteworthy to show you, but I'm pausing that for a minute because I have a couple of packages. Just gonna pause this really quick because this haul and my first impressions on all this skincare actually turned out to be long enough to be a video within itself, so I've separated it out and it's already up on my channel if you want to go give that a watch. I will link it down below. Joe doing the daily refill.
What?
Use your hands, my love.
What do you mean? This is such a better way of doing it.
Is it?
Yeah, look. Perfect fill.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it works perfectly fine. What are you gonna do about it, Cleo? What are you gonna do about it? She's so poised for the attack. Oh, she did a booty wiggle. Oh, there she goes. Are they out there? Or did they fly away? Oh my goodness, this is a brave pigeon. That's such a brave pigeon. Look at this.
I think they must know the window's closed.
Cleo looks so... Look at her. I'm sorry, this is really funny. Normally they fly away as soon as she jumps up.
Yeah, this pigeon just doesn't give a fuck.
Cleo is so, like, airplane ears until it flew away. Good job, baby. Joe and I are actually just getting ready to go to some friends' drinks. Look how handsome he is. His little corduroy shirt and his linen trousers. Show off the trousers, go on. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. But I put on mascara, so I have pretty eyelashes. That was a really attractive angle of myself. But yeah, we're just about to go get drinks now and probably see you tomorrow, let's be honest. Just got back from the run. You can see I'm all kinds of sweaty, but actually really proud of that run we did. Turned out it was a bit of a pace run for me, given I'm not a fast runner. I don't think I'm great at running or anything, and so I was able to, for the first time actually, do 20 minutes in less than, no, do 3 kilometers in less than 20 minutes, which I'm really pleased about. I think that's what, like, one of the things that helps when I do run with Joe, because he is much faster than I am. I feel like I can, like, he pushes me a little bit, and I encourage him to go out and run, and not that he needs encouragement all the time, but I definitely think I feel like I have the more, like, get up and go power, but he has the actual run power, and so I feel really good about today's run and really glad about it, and especially after having a couple pints last night, I'm not mad at that. So yeah, I'm just going to shower off now, and then I can actually try out that new skincare stuff, because I definitely didn't do that when I got home last night. I was like, makeup off, bed now. So I just got home from being out, and I will say that my skin is still feeling like really, really moisturized and soft. So feeling very happy about this actually. But I am gonna go wash my face off now and do my evening bit of the routine, which is exactly the same as the morning bit, I think, except minus the SPF. So not gonna do that. Gonna go to bed now and read my book, and we will see what happens tomorrow. Hello friends. So I don't know, I feel like I might be a little bit bad at vlogging this week. I've simultaneously done a lot, but not very much. I did do a lot of socializing yesterday and Friday. I had my friend's birthday drinks on Friday night, and then yesterday I obviously went out with some friends from our India trip, and so done a whole lot of socializing. But because it's like other people, I don't want to like force them into the vlog if that's not their thing. So I have just not filmed that much, which is absolutely fine. I've just been in the moment enjoying time with my friends. But today I've basically been using today as a work day, because this week is actually a short week for me because I'm going up to Scotland on Friday, which I'm so excited about. Joe and I are going on a proper week-long trip up in Scotland, gonna road trip around from like Edinburgh up to the Cairngorms, which is a national park, up to Inverness, down past Loch Ness. Might do a Loch Ness boat tour. Super excited about that. And then down through like Glencoe and like all of that gorgeous area, down to Loch Lomond, and then down to Glasgow at the end for the Glasgow plant swap. So super excited about that. I will also be vlogging that, so keep an eye out. That will come out probably in like 2 or 3 weeks time, let's be honest, because right now I'm very busy prepping for all of the videos that I want to go up before I leave, so I don't need to bring work with me and I can actually take this as a holiday. So bit of a manic week and a little bit of a short weekend because of that. So basically this morning I edited and posted that Patreon video that I was mentioning earlier. I filmed for a main channel and I edited this video. So just doing a whole lot of filming and editing, trying to get as much done as possible. But it's been an absolutely gorgeous day. I was actually thinking that I wanted to go on a walk, but I don't think I have time. So it's just about 7 now. And at 7:45 I need to make my way over to the swimming pool because I have a Sunday swim in my diary. And kind of how I've done my plan for like my whole tri training was somewhat around swimming specifically, because on the weekends, I think specifically weekend evenings, a gym that's not my normal gym, but a gym in my area does free gym and swim for locals, so people who live within the like area, the borough of London. And so I get to go do my Sunday swims for free. I could also go use their gym for free on the weekend, but I don't need that. I have a gym membership elsewhere. But it's really nice to be able to do free swims, and that's how I started just doing swims, because it's free and good exercise and a good way to relax. Joe actually got me into it. He started doing this free swim and he would do it on Sunday evenings, and it's just such a nice way to kind of clear your mind before the start of your week, kind of get you into the zone, because you can't really listen to anything when you're swimming unless you have special headphones, which I don't. So, but you can't really listen to anything. You kind of get sensory deprivation with like the water in your ears, and you're moving your body, and it's like low impact but still really good for you. You're using your whole everything, core, arms, legs, everything. So he started doing it, I started doing it after him, and now I do it way more than him because I'm training for a triathlon. So I have my Sunday evening swim tonight, and again, unfortunately I can't take you with me because it's a public pool. So you're just gonna have to take my word that I did it. But that is what I've got going on. But I don't think I've got time for a walk because I need to leave in 45 minutes. And I normally tend to go for a walk for about 45 minutes. So, didn't get to go for a walk, but I will get to do some good exercise this evening. I'm gonna show you, because actually I showed some of y'all on my live chat on Patreon I think at the end or at the beginning of May, I showed some of Cleo's tricks that she can do, because I taught Cleo tricks right when we got her. You can see she's trying to figure out how to get them as we speak right now. But I taught her 3 tricks. She has 3 main tricks, and I wanted to, one, show you them and show how I taught them, because I found it really actually quite easy to teach Cleo how to do tricks. So the first one is find a cat that's very food motivated. She loves her treats. We use Dreamies. They might not be the best thing in the world for her, but she loves them. So the first trick she has, hey Cleo, down please, down please. Okay, do that again, spin, spin baby. Yes, good girl. So that's her first one, spin. We also have up, where she stands up. Down please, over here, over here, over here. High five, high five. Yes, baby girl. So those are the tricks that she has in her arsenal. And you see, she'll just, like, while I'm talking, she'll just start doing them to try and get the treats without me. Like, she'll just spin around randomly because she thinks that's how I'm going to get the treats in this box. Okay, Cleo, down please. Down please, baby. Down please. Okay, so for spin, how I taught it was, so you can see she's following the treats around. She will follow the treats where they go. And how I taught it is I brought the treat next to her bum, like next to her bum, and she'll follow it around in a circle until she gets the treat. And eventually, you can start leading her with your hand further away. Come on, one more time. Further away from her butt. And I started introducing the word spin. Spin, baby. Spin. And this, if I do that, she doesn't know it by words, but she will know it by hand commands. I don't think she understands English. But she knows if I do this, it means spin. Spin, baby. Yeah, good girl. So up was quite easy because you can see how food motivated she is. Basically, I just held my hand up with a treat in it, and she kind of just went straight up for it. I started off lower, down here. So I started off around here, and I could see she would reach up with her hand, and eventually I got her to go with both hands, and then eventually we brought it higher up, and now she can up quite high. The high five is kind of a harder one. I don't really know how to explain how I did it, but I started off by holding the treat in my hand like this, and I would hold it up in front of her face. She still doesn't quite have it. Here, Cleo, around, up. Okay, high five. And then as soon as she touched my hand, even if it's not a proper high five, if she touches my hand, I give her the treat. And so she understands that if she touches my hand, come on, baby. Yes, she touches my hand, she gets the treat, even if it's not a proper high five. I'm trying to figure out how to get her to, like, properly high five, but I will take it for now. I feel like most cats don't do tricks, but Miss Cleo can do tricks. And she knows, all done. If I do this, and I say all done, we're all done, baby. That's it. All done. Good job. You're such a good kitty cat. You can lick my hand. But yeah, I thought I would show y'all the tricks that Cleo has in her arsenal. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I was able to teach Cleo tricks. Spin is definitely her her coolest one, because she knows what to do. She knows what to do. I haven't easily been able to get her to go around the other way. Like, I can if I lead her with a finger, but not properly. So yeah, I thought I would show you that before I go swimming, because I do have a little bit of time before then. Yeah, baby girl, you're such a good kitty cat, aren't you? And so food motivated. I'm sure you loved the fact that you just got loads of treats because you were in this video. Yes, you are. You're a cute cat. I love you, baby. Just got back from the pool, and you can, like, see my goggle lines around my eyes where it, like, suctions to them. It definitely looks like it bruises a bit. I know it doesn't technically, but it looks like it does. So I'm gonna let that go down a little bit. But I think I did a good swim. I swam 120 meters, so just over a kilometer in half an hour, which is more than I need for the triathlon. I think I need 750 meters, so I tend to be able to do that in like 20 minutes. It depends how fast I'm going and how hard I'm trying. But I think for the rest of the while, I think I don't do much longer of swim throughout this training. I'll do like intervals to work on pace and breathing, but not really much more length because it is not more than half an hour swim. Like half an hour is plenty of time for a semi-experience swimmer. If you've signed up for a triathlon, you can probably swim the 750 meters in less than half an hour. Not to judge anybody who can't do that. If you can't do that, that's absolutely fine. But yeah. So feeling good and feeling refreshed and ready to like start the week properly. I really do love the swimming as like a mind cleansing thing, because I'm not worried about anything else. I'm just worried about like swimming, and it's quiet. It's just so quiet, and I can't think about like anxieties and like stuff going on. I can just swim, and it's great. So feeling really good about that. I'm probably gonna sit down with my book a bit later. My friend Eva has already finished the book that we're buddy reading. I think she was not enjoying it at all, so she just kind of whizzed through it so she could stop reading it and read something else, which I totally get. It's not the best book in the world. Maybe as of right now, I'm halfway through the book, so I can't fully rate it yet, but like I'm thinking 2.5, 3 stars, maybe. Like I'm not having a bad time, but I'm also not having like an amazing time. Yeah, so gonna go read now. So I am just prepping for my Monday run, and I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first 30-minute run, and I haven't run 30 minutes in quite a long time. So I feel like it's a big jump between 20 minutes and 30 minutes. So I think I'm just gonna try and take it really, really slow and hopefully not hurt myself. But it's a gorgeous day out, so I think it's gonna be nice, and we'll see how we go. Holy cow, I did that faster than I wanted to, but it just kind of happened. So 4.3 kilometers it is. Pretty proud of that. The only annoying thing is right now is I've got some plants in the shower that have been living there for a couple of days while they acclimate to my home, and I've just been moving them back and forth between the shower and the sink constantly because I need to have a shower. So again, I will do that, and then I will get clean of this sweat. Look at that glisten. That is some sheen right there. This morning I realized that I haven't ticked off my try training list in many days, but I get to rest today, which is good. I feel like I need a bit of a break, so I will rest. I also realized that technically I finished my 75 soft last week. I haven't filled this one in either, but I figure we can talk about this a little bit more now that I've like kind of completed it. I don't know, we can talk about it. So technically I have finished my 75 soft-ish last week, and it only took me 128 days to do, which is obviously more than 75. I'm not mad at myself for taking longer than the 75 days to do it, because I knew that something like that was going to happen. I had a really busy time period between like March and April where I just didn't do anything on here, and I probably did exercise some days, and I ate well enough some days, and I read probably almost every day, but I didn't have the ability to like think about it critically during that time. So I think that's what's difficult about doing something like 75 hard, 75 soft, is life gets in the way. My life is not so predictable every like week that I know I'll be able to do things on that regular of a basis. I think I am doing very well with my try training so far. I haven't really missed much. I've done a little bit of rearranging, but not that much. But I think instead of doing something like this where you have like day 1, day 2, day 3, I might make a calendar and put similar things at the top where I can literally, doesn't matter if I succeed or not, just so I am like keeping track of myself, because filling in the bubbles is really good incentive for me. So maybe I need to do a habit tracker with like actual dates on it, and I can see if I miss a whole bunch in a row. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind, but it'll help me get back on track at the end, because after I kind of missed a little while, it gave me so much less incentive to fill this in, because I was like, oh, well, I didn't eat well enough today. I'm just not going to put it in the calendar. So it doesn't matter. I'll only put it in when I'm like actually doing it properly, which isn't the point of this. Sorry. I'm also kind of watching Cleo because there's a pigeon in the window and she's up in her perch. So she's staring at the pigeon. Sorry, this is like endlessly entertaining to me. Well done, baby. Come on, come up here. Good job, baby girl. You did it. You scared away the pigeon. I don't know what I was talking about, but like literally I could watch Cleo hunt pigeons out this window all day. I find it to be the absolute most adorable thing ever. The pigeons are still eating plenty fine. Like, I'm not worried about it. They keep coming back, so it's cool. But Cleo has so much more entertainment now, which I think she really likes. Back to this. Cleo, can you get off of me, please? Thank you. Yeah, I think I want to do something with dates instead. So it's not like, it still holds me accountable by like wanting to fill in the bubbles, but I can keep a better track of things in terms of what I'm doing each day. Also, you can see which things I'm really good at and which things I'm less good at. So I'm really good at reading. I think maybe in the last 128 days there's maybe a handful of days that I didn't actually read. And I'm fairly good at water as well. There's a few times I miss it where I'm not doing as well, but I'm pretty good about drinking enough water. Like, it's literally a gradient on how good I am at things. Food, I am decently good at doing the right thing with food and eating the right amount and stuff. I think The biggest thing for me before was overeating. I don't think I quite realized how much I was overeating, and I was overeating and not exercising, which in combination will lead you to a bit of an unhealthy lifestyle, which I'm trying to avoid. So now that I'm paying a bit more attention to that, I think it's good. And I am still pretty good about doing that most days, so that's good. And then the exercise thing, you can also see where I stopped doing the weight training because it was aggravating my knee, basically, and I decided it'd probably be better to stop and focus on doing like small things. Like I did my physio for a while, and I started doing more of the cycling and slowly introducing running back into everything. And so, especially since I'm training for the sprint triathlon, I don't have as much room in my schedule for weight training. It's not to say I'm never going to do it again. I do really enjoy weightlifting. It doesn't work with my current goal of doing this triathlon. So I'm just going to put that on pause for a little while, and yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not mad at myself for like not doing enough, because I definitely think I have. I know I am healthier than I was 128 days ago. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in how my clothes fit, how I'm feeling about myself. I can feel it. So that's what matters the most, and I'm very glad about it. But otherwise today, I am mostly just filming. I think today and tomorrow are my last filming days before I go away. And I actually have an appointment, a beauty appointment this morning. I am trying out lash lift for the first time. I'm basically contemplating whether or not I want to do it for the wedding, because my eyelashes, they kind of just go straight out, and I want them to go up a little bit more. Basically, the only makeup I ever really wear regularly is mascara, and I think if I have the lift, I might not need mascara. I'm basically trying to figure out how I can wear as little makeup as possible on my wedding day while still looking perfect and probably having some makeup on. But I know I'm gonna cry, and so yes, I could waterproof mascara, but if I can not need to think about that and go for something like a lash lift, that could be cool. So I'm trying this out to see if I like it and whether or not I would do it again before the wedding, because you don't want to do something for the first time right before you get married, because like, what if it doesn't work out? What if it goes wrong? What if you don't like it? Then you have to deal with it for the wedding. So trying that out now so I don't need to try it out later. So I just got back from my lash lift, and honestly, I love it. I feel like it looks like I am wearing mascara, even though I'm not. And I know there is still a little bit of tint on my lash line, because I mean, it stains a little bit, but I feel like it brightens my eyes so much already. Like, it looks like I'm wearing makeup even though I'm not, which is like kind of the goal. But we'll see how it goes over the next couple of days. I mean, I'll see how it goes over the next couple of days. I do think I'm actually going to end this vlog here, because it's been a week. It's my weekly vlog. I don't know why I start my vlogs on like random Wednesdays. I just find that so much easier than starting on the weekend. I don't know why, but I do. So that is it for this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and bye!